Hey, Joe Zarzaur here to talk about a more serious subject than usual, wrongful death. Most people thankfully don't know what those terms mean, but wrongful death is a short abbreviation for Wrongful Death Act laws or wrongful death laws. In Florida, it's the Florida Wrongful Death Act. And it is a statute that was passed in 1887, I believe, by the Florida legislature, and it basically gave the right for someone to bring a case on behalf of another person that had died. And before that, the common law did not recognize the right of a person that had died to bring an action for their death in civil court. Your only recourse was murder, and if it didn't arise to a criminal case, such as murder or manslaughter, then you had no other option to bring a civil action until they passed Florida's Wrongful Death Act. Florida's Wrongful Death Act actually allows survivors to bring a case on behalf of the person that died against the people that caused the person's death. In Florida, the only person that can legally bring the case on behalf of the deceased is called the personal representative of the estate. The personal representative of an estate in Florida is determined by the probate court in the county where the person that died was living or residing. The probate judge will nominate and approve a personal representative to serve as the PR of the estate. That PR is charged with the responsibility of not only settling the debts of the estate and collecting any monies that are due to the estate, but also to bring legal actions on behalf of the estate and the survivors. So the way the wrongful death statute is laid out, the personal representative is like the figurehead for the case. They don't necessarily have to be the person that is bringing that it is potentially a claimant in the suit or that could collect money. Many times the PR is bringing the case on behalf of the survivors. So, for instance, a mom who loses a wife that loses her husband, who's also the father of children, the mother would bring the case on behalf of her claim as the PR, the personal representative, and on behalf of the children of the deceased father. And so the children in that instance would have a claim, as would the wife. So under the Florida's wrongful death statute, there's this hierarchy, if you will, of who can be the PR and who should be the PR or the personal representative. And those recommendations in the statute are laid out pretty clearly. It basically falls to the spouse. And if there is no spouse, it falls to the next of kin who is of age and who is qualified to serve as a personal representative. Things get complex because depending on who you are, whether you're a surviving child or surviving spouse or surviving parent, depending on your status as a claimant will dictate under Florida's wrongful death statute what actually you can collect for. And the other thing that matters is what type of case are you bringing? For instance, in Florida, because of some medical malpractice laws that have been passed recently within the last 15 or 20 years, you cannot bring a case for medical malpractice in Florida and collect mental pain and anguish or mental pain and suffering damages because the legislature in Florida decided they were going to try to get rid of, if you will, all malpractice cases except for a select few where somebody dies with a spouse or with minor children. So you can't sue for medical malpractice in Florida's wrongful death statute anymore unless you die as a result of malpractice and you have a surviving spouse or you have children that are under the age of 26. As you can see, Florida's wrongful death statute is quite detailed and complex in deciding who can bring the case and what claims can be made once you bring the case. It's really important for you if you or a loved one is in this situation where they need to consult with a lawyer about a wrongful death action under Florida's wrongful death statute. you find a board-certified civil trial lawyer. If you want to contact our firm, you can contact us about that issue. We can find us on the web at zarzaurlaw.com, or you can call us at 855-HIRE-JOE. Thank you.